This corridor features in the film quite a lot. What was the significance of this corridor?
Well, only because all the stages go off from this corridor. Our production office was here, dressing rooms were here, makeup and hair. So it was, you know, it's the main sort of spine of the studio, really.
And tell me about the first time you spotted Marilyn.
All right, I will. I saw this creature walking down from the back with hair, as I said, looking like tow, and I thought, who on earth is that? And realised later on that it was Marilyn. And of course, once she'd had makeup and hair and everything, she was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
How did she look, though, coming down the corridor?
Well, no, I was behind her.
You were behind
That's how, not in the front, in the front of her.
So
no.
just from behind?
Just from behind, I thought, oh, yes, who's that, you know? And I thought, oh, funny-looking person. But there we are.
Then she puts the costume on,
and
she has the makeup done.
And she's magic.
What did you think when you first saw her fully made up?
Oh,
in the costume?
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Like a little girl, of course. It seemed like a little girl. But once she got in front of the camera, she was just magic. And you saw rushes next door and you think, oh. But you worried, of course, because you weren't always sure that she would know her lines. This was the only thing.
In the film, she shows up late, she infuriates Laurence Olivier,
yes.
She doesn't know her lines.
Yes.
All true?
All true. All true. Yes. No, it was very sad because, as I say, it's the insecurity, probably, more than anything, which was sad because one wanted to help her, wanted her to do well. And I used to sit holding my stomach thinking, golly, I hope she's going to remember the lines today. And, you know, so you worried for her. And worried for him, of course, because not only was he the star, but he was also directing.
She must have been really anxious, though, her first film here in Britain as the star and as a producer, and working with the great Laurence Olivier.
That's right, but she wanted to do it. She wanted to be a great actress, and of course she couldn't have picked a great person to help her. But of course she was hindered, you know, she had this support, this lady who was with her all the time, and that didn't help, of course.
What sort of interaction did you have with her? I mean, as a script supervisor, as
oh, well, I mean,
continuity?
she was fine. I mean, she was great as far as I'm concerned. I mean, she'd suddenly say to me sometimes, what does that word mean? And I would tell her. Or she'd say, which hand do I have my bag in? And I'd say this hand or that hand. And that's it.
What words did she get confused with?
Oh, I can't remember.
All right.
I have to look at my old script. But occasionally she wasn't sure. But of course, having, you imagine, gone through the script before, with overnight, with Paula Strasberg, that she would know all the things and would have learnt everything. But I just think she just got panic-stricken and wasn't able to do things. This is the sad thing about it. But you wanted her so much to succeed. And of course she did in the end. Because she really came over so well in the film. And it was lovely. Did
you have to pinch yourself sometimes thinking, I'm on a film set with the most famous woman in the world?
No. I'd been on the film set with many famous people, so no. It was lovely to be here, and I was very pleased to have been asked to do the film, and although we had our ups and downs, you know, it worked out all right.
How do you rate Marilyn in terms of the very famous people you worked with? You worked on so many Bond films and have known so many people. Where would you put Marilyn in all of that?
Oh, well, I mean, you know, I worked with Sophia Loren, Gina Lollobrigida, Daniel Derriere, you know, a lot of wonderful actresses. And, well, she was unique, of course. She was different. She was different. No, I've been very lucky with all the people that I've worked with, male and female.
Do you think the film does that story justice? I mean, the troubles and one does, you get a real sense, don't you, of how fragile she was, and you feel for her.
Yes, I think it does, actually. Yes, I was very pleased when I saw it. I think it does. It does show all the problems.